Jamie on guitar.
Yeah.
Is stuck. Hi, good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for watching Facetalk Live Show episode 13. And the title for tonight is Music and Live, with this camera, right? And so we will have a lot of musical and musicians live sharing for this show for you. And please stay with us and get your device, get connected to Hi-Fi and put on your headphone and for more enjoyment. Okay, next I would like to thank you for our co-sponsor, Brit Malaysia, Sense to Sense, Do Re Mi Music, and RSR Pro Sound and Light, and also special thanks to Bass Bar Music. And now, please allow me to introduce our VIP and legends tonight. Start from the left one, Mr. John Thomas.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and Mr. Jimmy Wilson.
Whoa!
Yeah, of course, Mr. Lee Nai Kong. Yeah, of course, my band's Butterfly bassist, Mr. Timothy Wu Chong Yi. Yeah, if you guys want more music performance by our legends tonight, please type 1 in the comment bar, okay? And of course, you may ask them questions by just typing in the comment slot, and I will pick it randomly as I can't to focus on that later, maybe.
因為今日有啲奇怪啊，今日我哋講少少英文㗎嚇，即係今晚咧係呢個係馬來西亞嘅 Avengers 啊 ，Musician Avengers 嘅集合啊，全部高手嚟嘅，我覺得少出聲，多啲音樂，少講嘢，多啲音樂嘅。今晚我哋會講少少英文，咁大家都可以國際性啲啊，比較 international 少少㗎嚇。
Do you understand what it's talking about?
Yeah.
International.
Right.
As long as you got it. Okay. Hey guys, do you still remember when three of you met for the first time, or you, how long you met? I mean, how long you know each other?
First time I met Jamie was in year 2000 in Sheraton, Rivas. I think you were playing with Aubrey and then somebody else, and then I was playing there with the Booty Boys. Remember? Yes. Surya Booty and things like that. Yeah,
correct.
Those
A
were the days. long time back.
I
think you just
time ago.
I thought you just.
I just moved to correct. I moved to Malaysia. I think the year 2000.
Yeah, and conquered the guitar world.
I think John was in primary school.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
time.
How are you, John? Now?
How old am I now?
Yeah, how old are you?
How old are you?
36 going 37.
What's that?
36 going 37.
36.
Wow, so young.
36.
26.
26.
Yes, 26.
26.
Yeah, 10 years.
36 look 26.
John did a first concert playing at 16, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
15.
15.
God.
Oh, wait. It was 15 months.
Yeah, when you're doing concerts, I mean, what's your view on that? Did you feel nervous? I mean, you were just 15 on that time.
Oh man, like I was actually not nervous at all because you don't know what it's like to make a mistake yet, and so you just like fearless, right? Like there was no nervousness, nothing. I thought eventually at some point in my career I made some mistake, and then I was like, oh, I better be okay.
So how are you, Jamie?
Seriously?
Of course.
My goodness.
Around.
Is this live or can we edit? I'm turning 50 this year.
50.
I'm turning 50, yes. In a couple of months.
No.
Which is rather depressed. So I am halfway. I'm halfway to being 100.
No.
His answers are too tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must use have a tricky brain to
No.
to
Are
get
you
it.
really 50? No.
Dude, yes, I'm 50.
I thought it's 25.
My man.
I thought it was 55.
I am 2 times 25.
You look young for Guai Lo, you know that Guai Lo really aged pretty fast. But then I think, no, you look like Guai Lo, like maybe 30.
Or maybe we should add this in an alternative way. Umur berapa?
50 tahun. Dah jadi pakcik dah ni.
That's great. Come on.
Itulah dia.
Okay, how are you, Nikon?
46.
46.
46 this year.
46 this year.
46.
Okay. So where were you born actually? Where were you born?
Was born. When was I
Where?
born?
Where?
Penang.
KL? Penang. Oh,
Penang.
Penang lang lai. Oh.
Penang Lang, yeah.
So Jamie was born in Australia, right?
Sydney, Australia.
Sydney.
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
But you lost your accent.
I know. Well, I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
And before that, I was in London for 5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
Oh, that's why.
Actually, I've probably been here for 25 years.
25 years in London.
No. 25 years here, I think.
Oh,
Almost
okay.
25 years here.
Okay. What about John? Where were you born?
In Perak, in Taiping.
Perak Taiping.
Yeah, but I was
I'm
just
from Ipoh.
Oh really?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
yeah.
neighbors.
Neighbors. Yeah.
I was just there for 3 months.
We met 20 years ago, I think. We have a performance together in ICOM actually with Roseanne. With Roseanne, yeah, with Roseanne.
Yes.
It's for the graduation recital, right? Something like that.
Friday performance.
I forgot to add, I was born in Penang, but I grew up in Ipoh. Actually.
You grew up in Ipoh, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So why you take your base in Malaysia, actually, bro? Yeah.
Well, I was living in London, as I said, and my father was working here. He was in construction, so he was working here for 6 years, living in Kuala Lumpur in the late 90s when we still had money. And
when you still have money.
No, when Malaysia still had money.
Okay, let's keep
going.
Yeah.
So he was doing that, and then I used to come and visit because it was a nice place halfway in between Sydney and London. And each time I came, maybe the first time for a few days, next time a few weeks, then a few months. And I ended up moving here just accidentally. I didn't plan to move here, I think. I think sometimes in life you just end up at a place you're supposed to be.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't a master plan. It's just I met, at that time, the first two guitar players I met was the late Paul Ponadurai and Farid Ali.
Oh.
And I met so many great musicians at the time. And I thought, this country, I had never heard of Malaysia, if I'm honest. You know.
Okay.
But then I realized the weather is really good because the winter in London is really horrible. So I thought if I could come here and never be cold ever again. And the food was really amazing.
So you are so not comfortable with cold weather?
No, man. The food was amazing. The people were amazing. The musicians were amazing. So
yeah, Malaysia.
Yeah, I ended up just.
So you do really like Malaysia's weather, food,
everything.
People around here.
Yes, pretty much everything.
Politics.
No.
No politics. Yeah. No politics. Yeah. Just music. Just music tonight.
For those who are just asking online, Zach will join us later for a song. Don't worry because we have limited space, bro. Everybody, you see?
Yeah, you know, I don't know if everybody know online. Yeah. I mean, three legends here. Actually, there was a guitarist for most of the international artists like Jackie Chan, Lee Hong Wong. We speak in Chinese better, right? 張學友、王力宏、王力宏、陶喆啦，so
張惠妹。
Yeah, 張惠妹。And I knew that Jimmy did an album. It's a very great album by this Matthew. It's Asian Chan's album. It had a great Taiwan. It had awards for that album, right? Oh, really? The best album in for Asian Chan. You did that. You did. I think you did at least 8 tracks or 7 tracks for that album, right? Yeah, do you still remember the song? 路一直都在，穿过人潮的去谁多的事。He did a lot of recordings. Never mind, forget about it. Yeah.
佢啲歌係多到咧。
Yeah.
攞獎都冇所謂啦。
And for John also same for Lee Hong Wong, Liu Ruoying, yeah, 王力宏, Lee Zhongsheng, 陶喆, Liang Jingru, Ame. Yeah, Ame for the rock tour, right? And Nikon, yeah, of course, is kind of an international music producer and director, you know, and being a producer for Siti Nurhaliza, Namewee, and the rest. So, performance for Fei Yiqing also, right? Tan Minglun la, Chou Mang la, Lam Zichang la, music director for a few great TV shows and programs. And the latest one is music director for the 38 Hong Kong Film Awards.
Yep.
Guest music director.
You didn't know that, right?
Of course not. He's very humble. He never.
Three of you are the same, you know. Okay.
It was 2019. So courtesy of Namewee. Yeah, he brought me over there, and then just doing like a set of songs, and then in the end, was the program music director. So that's how it happened. I mean, thank God for that, and thank Namewee for that. Yeah.
But how you get a chance to be a Hong Kong Film Awards music director?
I don't know. I really have to ask.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I mean, they brought you.
Yeah,
there.
because I think he requested that he wants me to be there. He really
I thought you just sing one song on that awards night.
No, it's like a set of songs. Like maybe 4 or 5 songs combined together. It's like a 10 minutes or 12 minutes segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did you guys really graduates from music college or university or not really or no right?
Natural born.
Actually, I broke the record. I qualified for the Royal Sydney Conservatorium of Music, and I went for 1 day. And then I came back and I told my parents I don't like it because the only thing you could study was classical music or jazz music at that time. Okay. And it wasn't really my thing, so I said, Mum, Dad, if you don't mind, I'm just going to play music in a pub. And they said, okay. Because they were very cool parents. I was very lucky.
He has a very great parents, man.
Yeah, they're hippies.
I don't think my parents will answer me on that, on that way, right? And for John, I know John that he has a very great childhood, and I heard that your father treat you very hard on those musical practices, or what? He lock you in the room, right?
I don't know why.
If you can't make it, John better get a dinner for you.
No. I don't know why
Is that right?
everybody asked me that, but no, actually he was the opposite of that actually. So it was.
Oh, this was the opposite of that.
Yeah, I mean he would show me stuff, but he would just say just make sure you practice. But no, he didn't come and check up on me like every day. So it was pretty easy going but I could get a lot of access to music via him So that bit was very helpful.
So in what age that you started to play music?
My dad says 3. My earliest memory is probably 6 or 7.
6 to 7. So what's your first instruments?
Drums.
Still drums. My first instrument was piano playing. So when I got grade 2, then I quit.
He tried to teach guitar, but I didn't have any interest in it.
What are you saying?
It's a very painful instrument when you're first starting out to learn. Your fingers. Now you know why my dad probably said, okay, I'll play drums.
Okay. So would you like to add some more? We have assistant here.
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is that you start to play guitar, or it's not your first instrument, or what?
I wanted to play the saxophone.
Saxophone.
Wow.
And because I liked.
What are you laughing at?
No, it wasn't jazz though. I just liked all the kind of reggae bands who used to have a horn section. And then my mum came home one day with a nylon string guitar. I said, but I wanted a saxophone. She said, saxophone, very expensive. Guitar, 10 pounds. But it worked out really well though, because most of the sax players I know are driving Grab. So at least every song needs a guitar. Not every song needs a saxophone.
Okay.
So I think as a career choice, it was like another accident. It was a happy accident.
So you actually appreciate what your parents brought to you, right? I think so. Same as my parents. Yeah. He bought me a piano and asked me to play, and he found a teacher. And the first time I placed my finger on the piano, I felt, oh, this sucks, man. Yeah. Because I used to listen MJ, Deep Purple, Pink Floyd, what's the fuck with those black and white key? I need a guitar, I say. He said, no, you better get it done first before you get a guitar. That's what my parents said to me. I said, okay, I would get it done. I done for the, what song? Ding, 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 ding. I did it for 1 month. 1 month. This song, 1 month, because why? I can play it, I can simply play it, but I can't read. And I can't follow the tempo that she gave me.
So you were destined to be a guitar player. We all cannot read.
Oh, really? So what you read when you're doing recording or a concert?
We pretend, really. We look at the paper, but really just... We're like, let me check. Can you play it back? And we're actually listening. Okay.
Really? Did you have any prepare on before the show?
No, most guitar players are terrible readers. It's famous,
Yeah, I knew that.
The famous joke is, how do you tell the guitar player to lower down his amplifier volume? They say, put the music in front of him.
Yes.
Suddenly we play
That's
so quiet.
That's what guitarists always feeling, right? You got me, right? What about John? You read music?
Yeah, I read music.
You read, right?
Yeah,
you read yourself, or you read the standard one?
Both. If they give me something, then I'll read that.
How do you get to read it? I mean, how do you get study on it? How do you understand? We understand it, of course. We understand it, but we don't really do it on the spot, right? Because I don't know.
My dad taught me how to read.
Oh.
I never really liked reading, but when I started playing professional gigs, and then I realized how important it is. And then I started practicing my reading to make it better. And you do it for many years, you get comfortable.
That's great for the music reader. What about you, Nikon? Same questions on you.
I started playing Yamaha Electron organ at the age of 10.
Oh, you must be a rich guy.
And
Born in a rich family, man.
no. I mean, you know, that time actually I started learning piano, but it was very painful. I went for 2 lessons, and then in the end I begged my mom.
Hello, did you really feel painful when you studied?
No, the teacher was so fierce.
Oh, okay.
Because I couldn't read, so she actually used the
same
ruler
questions, you couldn't read,
to
right?
actually beat on the knuckles and things like that, and bang my head on the piano. Serious.
Oh my God.
I'm
Bang
serious.
your head.
I was 8 years
Bang,
old.
bang, bang.
It was like, why so stupid like that? I also don't know. Pang. I'm serious, and my mom was sitting right there. She was like,
Can't do that anymore, you know.
and yeah, of course. That
These
was
days.
no, I mean, back then. So in the end, I stopped lesson, and then for 2 years, and then, you know, just one fine day, my dad, his girlfriend was an electron teacher, and then we have an organ at home. You know, that time was an old model. My dad knows how to play a bit by ear, and so he just asked me, "Are you interested to learn?" I said, "Yeah." So that's how it started. And then, you know, one fine day he just played some piece, and he went to shower, and then I just follow using ear. Yeah, that's how I started.
So you are still graduate from this music college or
I
university,
graduated
right?
from Ocean Music Institute, Ocean Audio Tech.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
long time
but
ago.
then didn't really, you know, learn what I wanted to learn. I thought it was like Berkeley, but no.
Berkeley.
Is-
That's why I said you were born in a very rich family.
No, I did not. I said I didn't go. I know my dream is to attend Berkeley, but you know, in the end I tak jadi lah.
Okay, so what's your favorite genre on your side? What's your favorite music genre?
I would say fusion,
Pop,
rock,
fusion.
pop, you know, all those stuff.
Could we jam something on his genre? Or what? Yeah, you start first, maybe. I will see if I can blend in, right? No jazz.
It's not jazz.
Okay.
D. 3-chord song.
I thought we have solo section.
Just a short.
Come on again, come on. We want to do it one more time. Come on. 1, 2. But make it like more shuffle funk, something like that. With this progression. Could we make it? Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Da 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 da. Woo! Woo! Yeah, bass, right? Timothy in the house. Yeah, yeah. Whoa! That's awesome. So that's your favorite genre, right? Fusion stuff, things, right?
Yeah.
And for John's too, right? But for Jamie, maybe not. I mean, he can sing,
Of course.
佢識唱歌㗎，識㗎。
He can sing.
He always like to sing the blues.
I don't like to listen. Would you like to sing for us? I mean, just one or two songs, a little bit. No, come on, for the whole song, maybe we can.
嗱，Jamie 唱歌啊，大家就聽聽啊。
I don't know what key is that you play.
Key. C.
Well, I've been downhearted, babe. Woo! Ever since the day we met. Said I've been downhearted, babe. Ever since the day we met. Said our love ain't nothing but the blues. Baby, how blue can you get? This is John's favorite song. I said you're evil when I'm with you. Yeah, and you're so jealous when we're apart. Said you're evil when I'm with you, babe. You are jealous when we're apart. How blue can you get? The answer's right here in my heart.
awesome. Fucking awesome. Fucking damn awesome. Beep. Beep. Okay, come on.
And
we want more, right?
and it is Monday, Andy. It's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. So what?
So
it's one Monday blues. You want to say it, right?
It's Monday, but
Okay. So John, what's your favorite genre?
From just now, Nikon playing is jazz,
Kind of.
blues, then funk, maybe.
No, don't lock him.
no.
Don't lock him.
No.
Don't lock him.
Reggae.
What's
your favorite genre?
Whatever pays the best.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
What
I guess contemporary jazz, fusion.
Fusion. So.
Mando pop.
Ooh.
Oh, Mando Pop.
Mando pop.
Really? We do something for him? You want to try it?
今天我
Okay. No.
Come on.
I don't know. I mean, and whatever you guys want to play, I'll.
I mean, if you do a drum solo concert, what would you like to do?
I would never do a drum solo.
If you are going for your drum solo concert, what would you like to do?
I'll probably split my fee with 2 other musicians and get them to play with me. No, really, I hate playing by myself. Like if somebody gives me like an open drum solo, like I don't not
but
crazy. About
everybody loves that, you know.
I don't know.
Just put it simple. What inspired you when you were small? What type of music? Yeah.
When I was younger, my dad made me a mixtape. You know, back then it was cassettes, right?
All right.
You don't know what a cassette is, right?
I
So I remember the first song on the cassette was the GRP All Star Big Band with John Patitucci. They were all these great guys. They were playing like a Latin song called Manteca.
Oh.
And then the next song was When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin. And then and so it was just a really weird mix of like a lot of things. There was Pat Metheny, John Scofield, Average White Band.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, so I grew up listening to.
Okay,
like,
never mind. Since you like fusion stuff, right? So could we do something fusion, but in not so many chords progressions? That since we are on spot and improvise, so we don't want to make it too complicated. So you just start yours maybe. We set the key.
Jimmy, you start
你
something.
可以玩 spin.
I don't really. You can play, right? But I don't think Jimmy will want.
Jimmy can play. Jimmy
oh,
can play.
really? Just you guys do it. I don't really into this song.
Spain,
Okay,
is
Spain,
nice.
huh?
I mean, it's nice
Okay,
to solo.
Yeah, so it's something everybody knows. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. What key is that?
D.
No,
D.
not
D.
that.
You're playing D. Okay. I just try. Yeah.
Yeah, 應該
Don't ask me to play the chord, right?
應該係 D。係。
Just start 啦，just start。Just start 啦。One, two, three, four.
Yeah, drum solo, right? do something that you don't really like.
Jamie ah.
roll back, bang. Yeah. I tell you what. Thanks, guys. You forgot to switch on the mic. Switch on already, right? Thanks, guys. Did you, John? Did you have any embarrassed moments like just now in the
That's not embarrassed.
in a concert, in an actual concert? Do you have an experience actually?
Yeah, there's one really good story actually. So I was 16 and I was playing at the Monkera Jazz Fest, right?
Okay.
So when you're young, you wanna learn all the new tricks and everything. So I learned this really stupid thing, right? Like where you flip your stick really high up at the end of the song.
I could imagine that.
And then you catch it, right? Okay, I'll just demonstrate. I think I can still do it.
Okay.
But when I was younger, I could get it really high, right?
Okay.
So we were playing outdoor festival.
How high was that?
I mean, like really high, and I was able to catch it really.
That's
confidently.
really high.
Yeah. So it's like I practiced the shit, right? So I was like really good at it, and then we were playing at night, and it was an outdoor stage, and there were so many lights up in the stage.
Okay.
And I didn't realize, right? So at the end, the very last song, so big ending, blah, 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 and I did a fill, and I did that thing, right? And I looked up, all I could see were lights. I couldn't see my stick. And so the stick just fell down, and I was still looking.
So everybody waiting for your cue or what?
I mean, no, it wasn't. It was just like it was not like a band-defining moment, but it was more funny than it was embarrassing, I guess.
Okay. So that's the most embarrassing moment when you play for concerts or for others' band, right?
I mean, yeah, that's my silliest moment, I would say.
Oh, you do know he has a heroic moment as well?
Where? When?
I probably think John is the only drummer, right, that can use both left and right leg to play. Remember the 1st January concert just this year? You step on...
What was that?
Step on the stage. Okay, please tell the story.
Okay, so Nikon called myself and Jamie for this show with...
Rin Lim.
Yes. And
Rin Lim is...
Lin Yuzhong.
Oh, Lin Yuzhong. Oh, Rin Lim. Okay.
So it was a live stream concert, but it was like a full production setup, right? It really felt like a concert, but it was a live stream. So this is my drum set. And behind the drum set was cardboard advertisements that looks like an elevated floor, but it's actually not a floor.
So you are on the same show, actually? Oh,
so
okay.
we did rehearsal, we did sound check, everything was great. And then we all got on stage like 40 minutes before the show.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
To take a band photo, right? And so we all took the band photo and everything. And then I was just going to my drums to make sure everything was okay. And I stepped through that cardboard and just fell all the way down.
Yeah, because it's the stage.
You fell?
Yes, I fell from the stage.
Wow.
And I twisted my right ankle. Like, it was really, really, really badly twisted. So I was playing like this sort of setup, right? But I also play a reverse setup leading with my left foot, and which I've not done in, I think, about a year. But we had 40 minutes. I was like on the floor, like in pain, right? I was feeling dizzy and lightheaded. But all I could think about was, you gotta change the drum set. You gotta change. So the tech guys, they were really nice. They switched everything around. They got like all sorts of medicine, and like they had that sports spray. I took a couple of Panadols, and...
But you didn't ask for Chris Leong, right?
Yeah, so we managed to get through the show. So at least,
and the best part, the producer and the director and even the singers, are you sure the show can go on? They are more worried
and that's
about
the most
him.
Interesting part.
They are more worried about his injury than their own show. So actually, I'm thankful for that. Even the organizers, even the singers, they were saying, are you sure you can?
Show has to go on.
He went on with the show without even a single mistake. And I think he got
But before that, did the producer have ever think about like changing drummer or what? No, at
Too
all.
late.
It was 40 minutes before the show.
40 minutes before the show, right? Yeah.
So I think you actually played better with the left foot.
Why you do those group photo before the show?
No, it was not the group photo fault. It was my fault for stepping through the stage. None of them fell to the stage.
Oh, really? That's your fault? That's not organizer fault or what?
No. Yeah, it was.
So, I mean, what's the skill that you need for that so critical moment to solve the problem?
It's okay. Like you play guitar, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And you play right-handed guitar. And just say
sorry, I can't play it his way.
Yeah, so it's the same like you switch and you play a left-handed guitar.
Okay.
係好犀利。
Anybody.
So from John Thomas to Gary Gideon, right?
Yeah.
Gary is a left-handed, right? Left-handed.
I'm not.
Gary is left-handed playing, right?
Left-handed but right-footed.
But the same setup, right?
Yeah.
What about Jimmy? Jimmy, what's your most embarrassing moment for virtual or concerts? Any concerts or what? Any?
You didn't bought your passport.
I don't remember at this moment. There was some funny ones though, like when we was in the middle of a very long tour, and I think with Jackie's last tour.
With Jackie.
And then I think there was a song playing, a really long medley at the end with all his hits, some stadium somewhere. And I heard the count in for one song, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a tick, tick, tick. And I looked around to say, someone, there's someone's supposed to be playing now, someone's supposed to be playing. Then I realized, oh, it's me. Just me. But I was so quick to point the finger at someone and give them a hard time for missing the cue. And I realized, actually.
So it was in a live or on live?
Yeah,
actually.
live concert. It was supposed to be.
Not rehearsal.
No, it was with the audience there.
Okay,
it was like, it should be me. So there's always things like that. Or maybe you start. Maybe it's supposed to be like. But then you start and your capo is on. So you start. Then you have to quickly change. Okay.
That's just back to.
And when they look at you, it's like, no, what? Everything's fine. You know. Like, I think the key is.
So what's Jackie's first? Reaction on that?
Well, no, he's so experienced. He's just like in his brain.
Just wait for that.
He's like, Jamie, what are you doing, man? but
I can do it for you.
Yeah, but we got the key already, so it made it just sound like a bit of a free-form jazz exploration, just for one bar. Okay. But the other guy playing the bells was playing dun, 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 dun. So he was playing C, but I was playing C sharp. So it was.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I always did that.
It was not.
I always did that at the show. And everybody, not everybody, the audience don't really know about that, but the musicians, you know.
Well, unfortunately, we had a really good sound engineer, so everyone could hear. Yeah. So, but I just looked at the bell guy like, "What are you doing, man? Come on, man."
So you did that, right? So I mean, what is there any mistake when you're doing like because you don't read, right? So.
I can read, but I generally try and memorize.
Yeah.
Because I find when you're doing a concert,
yeah,
maybe it's the age difference, but I really hate to watch a show, and watch everyone with their head down. You know, nowadays singers, especially like singers who are at the front of the stage, for their own show, and they have their iPad and they're singing and look at the audience, then they look down, they're swiping on the iPad because it's like just memorize your lyrics.
But as I know that
it shouldn't be so. See, Jackie is turning 60 this year. His show is 3 hours long. He doesn't have any screens. He doesn't have any cues for lyrics. But almost every other singer, because you can't see from the audience, they all have the teleprompter. That. But I used to say to the guys in the band, why don't we put the music charts away? We just play it. He said, no, I didn't memorize the songs yet. I said, we've done this exact show 55 times already. Still cannot remember the thing. So I always tease them. But gradually we all had a big chart book like this. Then it was like this, then like this, then like this, as we gradually memorized. But actually I didn't want to memorize, but I packed my charts after the first, after rehearsal finish. But then we went to the first show, and that was a different set of equipment. That was going to the second show in a different part of China. So when I said, where's my charts? I said, your chart is in like Shanghai. But we were in Guangzhou or something like that. And I was like, never mind, I can memorize. So every now and then I walk across to the other guitar player and just like, hey man.
I should correct my statement just now. It couldn't say that we don't know how to read. We know it, but we just like we don't really read it. We don't really read it. Yeah.
We're not very good at it.
Yeah.
We look at the shape. And
go, we know what is that. Yeah, we know what's that. Yeah, we know what's note is that. We know what this mark stand for. We know what this note stand for. We know what this
roughly
symbol stand for. Yeah, roughly we know that, of course. But what was? Who? Let it just go lah. Hey, when I saw this guy, I remember something. You did a lot of shows for Jackie Chan, right? So, do you mind to show us something from Jackie's or what? No, just do something simple or As our audience are actually requesting some.
Before that, Andy, sorry, one question.
Of course, go
millionaire question for you. A lot of fans ask, what is your race?
Range?
Race.
Oh, race. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my question before the show. Actually, yeah. What's your actual race? Actually?
Yeah. Oh, my dad is Indian. And my mom is Korean.
Korean.
We become Korean.
Did you?
Yeah, man. I heard it all before.
I thought you were gonna say 100 meters. Favorite race. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you speak Korean?
Nobody will get that.
안녕하세요.
I don't speak any of the Indian dialects, no Tamil, no Hindi.
Right.
I don't speak any Korean either.
Okay.
I'm actually trying to learn Mandarin
Mandarin
for the past 15 years, and I can still say 5 words.
你会听华语？
他会听，会听。
你会讲吗？
对对对
会，你也会讲华语？
对。
他去中国很多次啦。
妈的，我都不知道嘞，我认识这么多年了，都不知道。It's getting mad around. Did you speak Malay, man? Do you know how to speak Malay?
I can, but I'm the same as John. Though I've been.
You understand
we've
it,
been
but you
touring
don't really speak.
No, I can, but we've been touring China for so long, but still cannot say anything.
你好嗎 ？OK 啦，嗬。
Okay, only.
But no, I think you know.
It's hard. It's actually Chinese. That all the Chinese languages are very hard for non-Chinese speakers. The tones, you know.
Yeah,
the subtlety.
It's quite hard to compare.
Sometimes we try really hard, and the people in China, they don't understand it all. They say it back to you, and you say, oh, "What did I say?"
Not
It
just
sounds
you.
Similar.
You know, I mean, I know how to speak Mandarin. When I went over there, right, I said some words. They totally don't understand. They didn't get it because what we learn over here and the phrases that they have over there, right, is totally different.
Do you think maybe they don't like us?
The accent, like for example, when we say, "What are you doing?" Right? I mean, here in Malaysia, 哎，你做么？哎，你做么？ And then over there, it's like, 哎，你干嘛？ Yeah, that's like,
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Before I ask you the most embarrassed moment, but we have an audience like requesting a song from Jackie Chan. Is like something's like, 他来听我的演唱会. Do you still remember this? Oh yeah.
Come, Zach.
Zach, do you want to sing?
Yeah, appreciate. My pleasure. Thank you.
Not your pressure, okay.
Take it away.
他来听我的演唱会，在17岁的初恋，第一次约会，男孩背着她，彻夜排队。
Wow, I'm better than Jackie.
饭店的继续买了门票一堆，我唱的他心碎，我唱的他心碎，3年的感情，一封信就要收回。他记得月台车底声声在吹，播我的歌陪着人们流泪，陪人们流泪。
One more chorus. Again.
我唱的他心碎，我唱的他心碎，他努力不让自己看来很累。岁月在听我们唱，无怨无悔，在掌声里唱到自己流泪。唱到自己流泪。
Last verse.
他来听我的演唱会，在14岁后听歌的女人很美。小孩在问他为什么流泪，身边的男人早已渐渐入睡，他静静听着我们的演唱会。All right. Thank you, Jimmy.
That's a great moment. Zach told me.
Thank you.
before the show, I mean 2 days ago, I said I don't know if I have a chance to sing. I mean, and Jimmy was on guitar, and then I can sing with it, along with it. Then it's like I'm Jackie Chan already, right?
Actually sounds better than Jackie, you know.
Hey,
No,
Jackie's
Jackie,
watching.
Jackie.
Jackie's watching.
Because
Love you, Jackie.
better because of age, right? It's not because of talent quality, right? Quality Jackie is still far more better, right?
Hey, let's do another Jackie one.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
他熄條晚燈，又有顯亮意，校正了火花，居今在沉澱。心光被割損，經不起變遷，他便以指尖牽引着詞典。洶湧的愛撲着我，盡令靈魂亂纏。偏偏知道愛離我無明天。他倚着我肩，呼吸響耳邊，好運而殘身，色相令人君子在撲火，追不走暖意，他加上嘴巴給我做夢意。洶湧的愛撲着我，盡令靈魂亂纏。偏偏知道愛離我無明天。愛會像頭餓龍，嘴巴似極甜，那是就憑混混交空相變情面。愛會像頭餓龍，豈可抱着面？他必給我狠狠的雙勢做榴蓮。愛會像頭餓龍，嘴巴似極甜，那是就憑混混交空相變情面。愛會像頭餓龍，豈可抱着面？他必給我狠狠的雙勢做榴蓮。
Wow.
Thank you.
You know, besides Zach, right? I think it's your friend John that's revealed us a secret that it says. Wait, let me look back. I just saw it. Wait, give me a little.
Did they ask John to sing?
Yeah. He say, okay, Frankfurt Peter, he say, not many people know this, but John Ashley Chalmers can sing one of Jay-Z's song as well. I don't know. Is it your friend, right?
Sing whose song?
Jay-Z's.
Jay-Z.
I don't know.
Peter, what are you doing?
Of course, Jackie Chan.
Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ.
No, Peter's bluffing. I can't sing.
Come on. If you do just a little bit.
No, I'm
You
not.
don't really
I'm
sing.
not joking when I say I actually cannot sing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Next question.
Okay, just keep it. So, what was the most embarrassing moment? I mean, for your tour?
See, you thought you escaped, didn't you? You thought you got away without the embarrassing question. Now you have to admit.
Yeah, I do. I think it was this Huang Guolun concert.
Huang
in,
Guolun concert.
Niao Cao, right?
In
It's,
Taiwan. Niao Cao is in China.
Beijing.
Beijing, China, right?
I played the wrong song sequence.
You play a wrong song sequence.
Yes.
That's a huge mistake.
This one. In live audience, in front of like, maybe...
So are you the MD for that show?
Yes, 70,000 people.
Oh, that's great. That's remarkable.
But then, it went well. It was like, live jamming session. I mean, he treated it very gracefully. So, I mean, in a way, I actually have to give credit to him because, he's like, he just didn't use, Nikon, you did so badly and things like that. Because after that, we still work with each other. But that was like really embarrassing, man.
You know what's really cool about that story? You didn't blame somebody else.
You still, you are in there also. Okay, I saw that.
No, I mean, like, I was playing the song and then I actually started the song. But the whole band didn't follow because they were on the right one. And then I think it was, Bird Nest is an open air.
Yeah.
And then that night, wind blowing or something, maybe my score just
Wait,
accidentally went
which
one
year
more
is that?
2017.
2017.
4 years ago.
I was there.
4 years ago.
No. That was 2014.
Yeah.
No.
I think that was the most embarrassing moment because, there are so many people watching. And yet, you still make that huge mistake.
No, I don't think I don't think that's matters of how many people who are watching. But audiences normally don't know what the fuck is going on.
But he was very graceful. Guo Lun Lao Sư was very graceful. He just didn't blame anyone. So, but I myself, I didn't know where to put my head.
So for your whole career until now, it's just one or two embarrassed moments. I mean, that's no more.
I think mistakes happen all the time. I think you just have to
how to
try not to make too many of them. But it's natural, and singers don't care. I mean, even someone like Jackie, he would rather you play with passion and make mistakes than play too safe.
Okay, I got it.
Because some people, they play so carefully. I mean, all of us have done it too. We're so worried about mistakes, I think. We don't play anything interesting. So after you finish a concert, someone says, how was the show? It's like, it's okay.
But of course, no.
It's better to make mistakes, but try and play something amazing,
Something musical.
Even just for a moment. Musical. I mean, like, I think Beethoven said, to play a wrong note is insignificant, but to play without passion is inexcusable.
I think it's like...
That's the worst. Mark it down.
Yes. Jamie was trying to say, we have to be adventurous at the correct moment, or try to be adventurous at some point, even though we are playing like pop song or even ballad. You can actually make it more interesting than the album version or the CD version and things like that.
You know what's my most embarrassed moment that really ruined me? I mean, ruined my life for at least 4 years. Life.
They're so bad.
This is very
life till now,
Dramatic music.
Till now, you know what? I've been performed for. I forgot what was her name. The Malay rock singers. 哎呀死啊！一下諗唔起咗。No, we. I forgot. 女仔嘅。吓？ Not Sheila Majid. Ella.
Oh.
Ella, yeah. And it's a very small concert. Yeah. Then I'm the one who start the song first with a specific riff. We can't just improvise. Just specific riff. So when I start, the drums keep. No, this one is like I don't know some riff of that. That drum comes in 1, 2, 3. I forgot. So it's. I don't know how to say that. It's really, really fucking embarrassed, and I just lost. It's like empty.
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
Empty. It's totally empty because everybody is watching. And just waiting. Then what's that? What's next? I even forgot the key of the song.
Oh.
So I just asked the producer. I forgot what's his name. I just asked, what keys? I forgot. I said E flat. I say E flat. Okay. So I just do something relate to the beat. Then I just get it. At least I know what the song is there, but I don't really remember what's the riff for the intro. Actually, I practiced for I think 2 weeks for that.
Wow.
At least I don't know. I have a stage fright actually. You. I don't think you have a stage fright.
No, so many times, I'm not sure with you guys, I totally blank out and it's like 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. It's like literally the last second, suddenly you remember. Or you're about to play for me and you know,
just
play
one
acoustic guitar, your capo is on.
Okay.
And it's like 1, 2, 3. Oh, wrong.
I think especially...
At least you got that.
I think especially for us, like Jamie and myself, we don't understand Mandarin.
Right? Yeah.
So, you know, when you're playing a concert, there's a lot of talking. But for us, we're just listening to something we don't understand. And especially when the artist talks about, I've experienced this also, where you just space out. Because they're just talking, you don't understand a single word, right? Yeah. And so, yeah, then things
but
like that.
I did understand. You know, that's the reason why I never want to play concert anymore. You know, I have a lot of offers actually. I don't want to play concerts. Because I just want to be at the backstage and keep at the backstage and as producer or composers. I'm a composer actually, but I don't really dare to do any live performance in front of so many people, even for my own songs.
Actually, I think
that's my.
You should learn to put it down because everyone makes mistakes. We actually did huge mistakes too, but you know we overcame it. We moved forward because you know that embarrassed moment will be like just such a tiny bit moment that it's not worth mentioning. When one day you just close your eyes and say, "Shit, I should have just continued to play concert." You know, don't. I think you should just let it go.
I did live performance with my band, my bassist band. I did live performance. Of course, I do a lot of great showmanship, but I don't know why. Because when you do concerts, you're seldom to play with your own band, right? So you play with others, then you have a bunch of scores, you have a bunch of songs to memorize, and that's the things that I concern. And I like to apply my own things for those. You know, I don't really like to. Of course, I can follow, but even I play live, I don't really play the exact things for the live. I don't know, except those artists requested for that. Yeah. So for this moment, I have questions in my mind that I want to ask so long. Actually, I mean, how do you guys get yourself ready for the piece of music which you never heard before and analyze completely before you go for the new composition recording? It's a recording session, it's not live session in very short while. I mean, I prepared something for you, and for example, this would be the score that I'm going to record. So I'm going to do my recording within 50 minutes, let's say. Could you stand by, book stand for Jamie, please?
最尾應該睇一睇就記得㗎啦喎。
Shot 9, shot 5, shot 6, 1, 5, 3, 3.
So 你有 show 俾嗰個有 show 出嚟冇㗎？有啊。Why
didn't he write flat 13?
So audience, okay, for this situation, okay, for example, because we know that all of our musicians in the house that actually they are doing a lot of concerts and recording session for artists. So I have a questions and I have a so-called a quiz. Okay, this is an improvisation session that I knew that these musicians, okay, could do something that without pre-informed. Yeah, so we just give you a score, then maybe let you listen one time. I don't know.
嗱呢一 part 真係好玩嘅真係。
Okay. So it's all on spot. That's no arrange at all. So I don't know. Maybe okay. If I'm a producer, I'm a composer of that. So I would say okay, guys. So now I have a song with these progressions. So it's in the key of B flat. So I don't know. You just study it, and I will start recording after 15 minutes. So maybe for drummer, you'll be the key, you'll be the leader for this song. So you might get to lead the groove and the things that the whole song. Yeah. So the BPM around 86 to 90. I don't know. It's something smooth, funky groove. Yeah. So
something like that.
For piano, you can do anything that could blend with the drum and the bass. Would be the line. You'll be the main groove line for the whole things, and of course, Jimmy would be the lead for this guitar solo session. Yeah, for this guitar solo
the
session.
last bar for the cue is
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's written there.
Yeah.
So it's actually it's
Or actually it should be on the third beat because it sounds weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's change that.
Or find your second.
Or is it? No. Easier.
Yeah.
Oh, you want that?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like that, right? So that's a quaver. That's a quaver. That's a quaver before the quaver note and the semi-quaver there.
Actually, you should have
another semi-quaver. So it's
Okay, then this is wrong.
Yeah, it's not written correct. Yeah, but we get what you're trying to say. It happens all the time in a real session, so we will make a note.
Oh yeah, I just realized that.
改啊！
I just realized that.
But to be honest, normally
Andy.
if a chart is not right, but if the audio is
For
done
the
already,
last bars, right?
So what is
We
it?
just change it usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means like 2/16.
Yeah. Okay.
it sounds really weird to non-musicians saying, "Why are these guys going?" It's ridiculous.
Juon.
But actually, most of the studio sessions I do is literally like this. They never really give you an MP3 before. The producer comes and it's like, "Oh, this is a chart. Let's listen to the song." And it's literally like, "What is this here?"
So let me double check.
Not my session. All very clear one.
Yeah. Except Nikon.
I missed the tail there, right? I missed the tail there.
Nah, just kidding.
Sorry. So yeah, just get it right
Let's
first.
play.
Yeah, we just want to know the end product, right?
Jamie, I think we just play the chord.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so now we let Nikon to build some melody around above it.
Beginning.
Section A, right? Section A now. So does Jamie get it? If you're able to solo over, yeah.
Just solo all over.
Yeah. So it's a guitar solo section for the song.
now we are going for bass sections, bass solo section.
Okay. I missed the last note. Oh, that's great, man. So, is that normally what's happening in the studio, right? Actually, so it takes it has a lot of takes. Then I don't know. For my progress, I will have at least 3 takes from the sessionist. So I will choose which is the best. But for Jimmy, I know that always, 1 take.
No, I think it depends though. I think don't forget this, like everyone playing together hardly ever happens. Normally it's always individual tracking now, like one by one, overdubbing. So with guitar, normally the whole music is there already, like all the drums, bass, everything, and so we just listen to a song one time and try and figure out what would be a nice part.
So this is because normally we, for this kind of things, normally we did it like last 30 or 40 years when the band have their own band, right?
Yeah.
It's not for like we do some recording for those artists because it's all actually recorded and programmed. Yeah, it's drum programmed and strings programmed, everything programmed. So you just I need your guitar solo on that, so you just listen one time and what it's all about, right? It's all the progress of that. But for this concept, it's actually what's happened back to the 30 years back or 40 years back. Yeah. So that's what I said. This is legend. Because why? Because I want to know how you guys, define the recent music industry phenomena. I don't know. To me, most of the people that are listening on TikTok, on those, we call it bucket music,
K-pop.
So that doesn't any issues with K-pop or J-pop or what? I don't know. But those TikTok music, that's those bucket music. J-pop is not bucket music. K-pop are not also. I mean, K-pop is, to me, the groove are damn good to me. I mean, few of them. But to TikTok, that means, I don't know, it's kind of phenomena. To me, it's kind of phenomena. I don't know, you guys understand what I'm talking about. Last time we are listening to like Pink Floyd, something's really different from now.
I think from a generational point of view, I think it's very boring for us to say it was better in our days, even though it was. But I think to be honest, when we were all growing up, there was less options of entertainment.
Oh.
You know, because now with the internet and there's so many things, there's Netflix, you can watch TV for 24 hours and then you can record it and watch it again. You can watch a whole series in like one day. And I think with younger kids now, there's music is still, they like music, but it's not so important to people. I think that's the one thing. I think music is just one thing to do. They can listen to a song, or they can do this, or they can be on Facebook or on TikTok or whatever. So I think when in time gone by, that was your only escape. There's nothing on TV. So you go into your room, you don't have smartphone, you don't have a computer, don't have anything else. So you just listen to music. That's the options are not there.
You mean that's because of the...
We can focus on things because there's not so much, now there's so much going on. Because I'm sure you've noticed too, talk about TikTok, is people listen to a song now for maybe 1 minute and they say, oh yeah, I like it. But I'm like, no, the song didn't actually get going yet. The interesting part is later, and they're like they don't want to listen to even one song. I mean, they don't
have the patience.
We would listen to, the attention span, I think, is maybe smaller. Whereas before, you know, music people loved albums. They love to hear the whole album and how each song joins the next song, and this one, the next song, and the next song. Whereas now, I think, if you're lucky, one song. You know, so I think it's just changed.
My kids love it, man.
Hopefully it'll change back. But I think for now, people just want.
That's
they
the
have
point.
a short attention span.
That's the point Jimmy mentioned just now. Hopefully it came back, you know. So that means he has the same hope on that. Did you have the same things? I mean, did you have the same thought of it? I don't know. As a musicians, of course, I hope that we get back to something more. I couldn't say it's more musical, but at least we could do something to educate to the audience, you know.
Actually, I think...
What could we do? Is that a job of music producer or a music director?
No, I think it's more of like what the kids prefer to listen to, you know. Like my kids, when they listen to Blackpink or BTS, they really love it. I mean, I asked why. What's so great about it? They said, the dance, and then the sound, you know, and then the way how the song goes, you know, they really can sing.
No,
I mean,
that's the way that how you go with it, because that you rely and you depends on what's the youngster.
Also, you want the other way around.
Yeah.
How we influence them to listen
it's
to
like,
better
you know,
music.
you heard a new song from the one who sang the Funky Town.
Oh, Bruno Mars.
You know the new song? He's get back to the old era.
Yeah,
you know?
the 70s.
The 70s sound, 70s mixing, 80s mixing, something like that. But it's a new trend performing, and it has Bruno Mars. So.
I think, like, okay, you talk about Bruno Mars and the other guy's Anderson .Paak, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They did
leave the door open.
If you're talking about how we're gonna bring this thing back to the kids, it's actually on it's a responsibility of the artist, right?
Yeah.
So Anderson .Paak, he's a drummer, and he plays drums, and he's also the artist. So he sings and plays drums on all his live shows, all his records. And he just blew up, right? His music's really good. He uses real musicians on his recordings and his live shows. And he got famous, and then he came down here for a concert recently. And I had some friends who went, who are not really musically inclined, and they were giving me feedback like, wow, I noticed a drummer for the first time. And like, the keyboard player is really good because he highlights the musicians.
He could inspire those audience, right? What you mean?
Yeah, but you don't have enough artists like that. You know, you have the Blackpink, which are great.
That's the key.
I love them and all that. But you know, it's like that's the sound of music, and there's very few. That's the sound of music today. But you know, there's very few artists who are pursuing this Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars direction. So I think it's still going to be in the minority. I don't think it's going to change.
Also, I think unless there are like real managers or A&R who can actually knows their stuff. I think especially in Chinese music industry or what, most of the A&R that I came to know, they don't really know stuff.
No, you know how the trends is working with now, because nowadays, like let's say the mainland, right? And how they look for talents. They look talents. I mean, the way they find talents through some platforms like TikTok. That's why most of the people they upload their compositions and makes a simple video and sing along with it. You know, just upload like a 1 minute video or 2 minutes video. Yeah, they search from there. You know.
No, they sign the artist based on views rather than music. So that's the problem. That's the problem because views generate money, and then good music because it takes actually some time to actually get to digest this kind of great music like Bruno Mars and things like that, even for the youngsters.
True.
And that view doesn't come as quick as those you make like Blackpink or BTS. The hook is really clear, it's very jarring. So, but to us, real musicians, we feel like, oh, we listen once is fine. But we listen more than one time, we feel like we just don't want to listen to it anymore.
But then I like, of course, Bruno Mars, but I like Blackpink music. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because the groove the groove is there.
No, what I mean is like
different. Jamie, you do know Blackpink's music?
Yeah, I do. I have a daughter, so Blackpink in your area.
Yeah.
No, but I think every generation there's always good music, and I mean I wouldn't say good and bad. There's always interesting music, and there is now. The difficulty now, I think, is finding it. Like in times gone by, there would be certain radio shows that would play certain kind of music, so people would listen to that radio show because they know that DJ finds interesting records and plays them. And sometimes that changes people's lives. It's so important to them. They say they hear a record and then they cannot sleep until they go to the record shop the next day and buy the album, and then you play the album, all 12 songs over and over again. Like for all of us as musicians, there was probably something we either saw on TV or something we heard even as a 10-year-old, and we just were like, I want to do that,
Yes.
Whereas now, the only difference is now, if you're a piano player, right, and particularly in Asia, when a lot of kids maybe aren't that passionate about music, but their parents say, look, you can choose, you can do piano or violin, So they get sent for piano class, but then when do they ever see someone cool, like in a cool situation, playing a piano in front of them, So why should they get excited about it, get inspired by it? Whereas in the old days, if they might have seen, I mean, even the 70s, there were really famous American artists, Elton John, Billy Joel. They sat at a piano and played their songs, and before that, any jazz players, whether it's like Oscar Peterson, whatever. So you would see them and think, wow, that's amazing. But it's it's hard to name 10 artists now who play the piano. Same with the guitar.
Yeah.
If you grew up in the 80s, you had all these amazing guitar players on MTV 24 hours a day. So you could look at them and say, I want to do that. Whereas now I think it's harder to find examples of people playing music, whether the instrument is guitar or piano or drums. I mean, like a kid now, how often are they going to see a guy playing the drums? I mean, even if they watch videos of all their favorite artists, how often do they see a drum kit, except for like the song you mentioned?
Check this out, man. Pharrell came down to KL many years ago for Sunburst. Remember Sunburst Music Fest?
Yes.
So Pharrell brought 2 drummers down. They had this massive drum sets. They were side by side, 2 drummers. Pharrell Williams. So it was NERD, right? And I met somebody many, many years later, and they told me, and I told them, we were talking about the Pharrell show, and I was like, wow, they had 2 drummers. I was like, oh, I didn't even know. They don't even do this. It's like, you're right.
You guys have been working with so much superstars, artists, singers, all that, right? The question is combined, yeah? Which country have the best crowd, and in future, which artist you want to work with in your heart?
Tough question.
Yeah. Let's get the first one. Which country had the best crowd, concert crowd?
Well, for Chinese audiences, because we play for a lot of these guys.
Okay.
Actually, the Malaysian Chinese crowd is better, I think.
Yeah.
Malaysia and Taiwan, I
Malaysia
think,
and
are the
Taiwan.
best.
More passionate, right?
Yeah. I think especially because Malaysian Chinese, because you don't get them every year.
Yeah.
So like Jackie, whenever he does concert here, it sells out so fast. Like last time he did 6 shows and then had to come back and do another 6. And those 6 shows, all my friends tell me they couldn't get tickets after like 2 hours,
Yes.
They sell out very fast, So, I think the Malaysian crowds are the best, personally.
Okay. And the artist of your dream to play with? even though he's passed away?
Oh, most of them are dead, really. I mean, I would have loved to be on stage with people like B.B. King or Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder, you know, Buddy Guy. I don't know. Some of the old legends of music.
Mostly blues and Motown, huh?
Yeah, blues and soul.
Yeah. Michael?
My dream artist, but he has passed away, Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he inspired many artists and also musicians, and he is superbly talented.
Damn good.
Yes, and you know, all his songs are like, you know, maybe at that time people feel like, you know, it's very cheesy and things like that, but for me, I always like it. It's like, you know, there's always a punch.
Which songs that MJ inspired the most?
I think the first time I heard Beat It was like,
Beat It.
Yeah, I was like 7 or 8 that time.
I think he redefined the word of pop, okay?
Yes,
he changed the whole things and more groove, more bass, right?
Guys, do you still remember how to play Beat It?
How about John?
I don't know.
If we give it a chance,
No,
we want to
actually.
perform it.
Do you still remember that? Maybe we stick with a key first. You don't remember?
Minor.
Dun 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 dun.
So we're playing Beat It?
This is the original key, but it's difficult to
let
play.
John answer the question first. Who you want to play with? You're given a chance.
Babyface.
Wow.
Babyface.
That's a nice one, bro.
Oh, I've played with him, John.
Jamie
I know,
has really.
That's the nice one.
Yeah, you fulfilled my dream too. You played with David Foster, man.
God.
Only 6 times lah.
Wow, that's a lot, man. Come on, show off. Show off.
No, you know, as I know that Jimmy
just
went on to play the famous China Club with music legends like Joe Walsh from the Eagles, right? Joe Walsh from the Eagles. Then Jeff Baxter from Steely Dan and Doobie Brothers. Tim Bogert, Jeff Beck Group. Jeff Beck, you know Jeff Beck.
Jamie, the
Jeff Beck.
the
Jeff Beck. Jeff Beck. Come on, guys. Jeff Beck. Jeff
okay.
Beck here. Jeff.
the canteen clubhouse, China clubhouse, still open now.
Yeah.
You still playing?
Oh, you mean in Penang?
Penang, yeah.
Not for a long time. We used to have some really good nights up there, but I'm not even sure if they have music now, especially because no one can cross. They used to bring KO people up all the time.
Please ask them to don't close.
I know.
Keep the faith.
Actually, we had some really great nights there with John. Well, I think, can I tell the story one time, John? I think we were playing it's Penang, right? It was and it was, I think, Labor Day weekend, which fell on the same time as Deepavali. So it was like a long holiday in Penang. So the show is Friday night and Saturday night. And I think Andy Peterson drove up in the morning from KL. And it's already got traffic, you know, because KL people love to go to Penang, especially for a long weekend.
Holiday.
And it's a major holiday. So John left, you know, maybe midday or something. And we have to be there, you know, sound check at 5. And then I was out, you know, at sound check and I called, John, where are you? He goes, we've reached Rawang. So then he had to turn around, go directly, I think, to Subang Airport or something, buy a ticket, which is now probably 500, 600 ringgit, and then and come to Penang, then get a taxi there. And it's crazy because that day they're having even the procession down the street with all the floats.
Yes.
And he arrived at 9:29, and we have to start at 9:30. He couldn't bring no time to set up any drums, or maybe he didn't even bring. So he just used the house kit. He's like, oh, I'm really sorry. He looks so flustered. And he just went straight on stage. And it was like one of the best sets ever. And I said, John, what did you do with the drums tonight? They sound amazing. He said, shut up. This is like the worst case. I said, play like this every time.
Is that real, John?
He played so good that night, I tell you.
Jamie loves really shitty sounding drum sets.
No, I think we don't play MJ Beat It. No, it suddenly brings me in the moods of play some sentimental songs.
No,
Is it John?
No,
What's
I have this request 2 weeks ago lah. Please lah.
Beat It.
Because some people also request.
What's that?
Apache.
Macam apa lah ni?
Little bit lah.
Apache ni apa lah ni lah?
little bit 啦，little bit 啦。
I don't really remember that song. I don't know. Jimmy able to do it or what? I don't know. John able to apply on it? I don't know. Something like that, yeah. Wow, with that a whammy can do the whammy things. Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
Enough.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. If you say so, there's so many people that are requesting Hotel California. But what if? What if we don't play at the same arrangement for that?
Different arrangement of.
Maybe in different style. I don't know.
Jamie has an arrangement of the song. Play like Jamie.
Don't we have a strict policy about not playing this song?
That's a script policy of my band also actually.
Now when you just play, or B minor, alright.
But you guys are thinking just Jamie.
Yeah, how? You wanna play it or you wanna skip?
He start, then I will just follow. Yeah, I know the song.
Let's go straight to the solo.
You wanna sing it? That's
sorry,
great.
sorry to the Eagles fans.
No, that's awesome. That's great. That's great. No, we have orders request one song by John Mayer, Gravity. Ooh.
What does it sound?
I don't know. It's something like do you know that song, right? Yeah, it's in G, and then 1, 4.
G, C.
5.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Nice song.
Hey guys, have you ever think about how could you give back to the society with your music knowledge? Have you ever think about that? I mean, like maybe giving a free lesson or something like that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because most of the musicians now actually, especially in this MCO, we a lack of jobs and opportunities to expose ourselves actually. And of course, in other ways, not much people really appreciate what musicians does.
True.
Did you feel that? I don't know. Did you feel that? Maybe that. Yeah, I knew John and Jimmy have a lot of recording session. I know that. But besides that, recording session is for someone who would do something at the back, but not really let people know that what musician actually did. And they don't really know about musicians. What is musicians? How to define a musician, a real musicians? They don't really know about it. For the younger generations, to me, I mean, yeah. I mean, how could we give back to the society with our knowledge? Actually, do you have any comments or ideas on that?
I think the ones really struggling, I think, are the musicians who play every night in clubs, and that's been their main income. Most of these guys for 10, 20, 30 years, and suddenly they've got zero, not even like less work. It's like it's gone from here to zero. So I think those guys are really, really struggling. I mean, it's not only our industry, of course, but I think music industry, hospitality industry, transport industries and stuff. I think, so yeah, those guys, I mean, if things start to get back and running, I think if there is, I mean, I guess it's a tricky situation because I guess there's so much money floating around in the hands of certain people. But I think, again, it comes down to the fact that music is not so important to people. So people don't care if musicians have got no work. Yeah. I think it's just not seen as a real job anyway.
Yeah,
you know.
I felt that.
And I think so. If you're a musician and you've got 2-3 kids to feed, and 1 year you can't go to work, and other people say, "Oh, just stay home because of the virus." It's like it's very easy to say stay home if you can work from home on a laptop. But club musician, how can they earn any money if they can't go to work? So I don't know what anyone can do about it, but it's a terrible situation.
Do you have the same thoughts on Jamie, or do you have your own perception on it, on your own comments or idea of it?
I think it's pretty tricky, you know. I mean, government has spent so much money to fight the COVID, you know, but still the cases are still so high. Even kids are still attending school, regardless of like all the transmission that happened in school and things like that. I think government might have ran out of ideas and funds to actually further to try to help.
It means a proposal, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, maybe they did have some program, you know, they have like this Chandana program to help out the musicians and things like that, but not everyone had a chance to actually apply it because you need to apply it and there are no guarantee that you will definitely get it. It's like 5,000 ringgit, but then you need to sing, like perform one time in front of live
I knew that program.
Chandana, yes.
I knew that program.
I don't know if anyone...
You did register that?
No.
I mean, did, like, but I still haven't got it yet.
Actually, I'm not sure if anyone got it yet, but that Chandana program, it helps. 5,000 ringgit is quite a lot, you know, for like especially struggling musicians.
But for MSCP did, right?
MSCP, they paid out 500.
One time?
One time, yes.
Yeah, one time.
And if you are the RPM member, and also I think they pay you 500.
I didn't get it? Please
then
check for me tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways they are trying to help, but it's just like what Jamie said, the clubbing musicians, like they have been working like 20-30 years, suddenly you get zero.
But do you guys think totally that it's the only way that musicians could survive? I mean, for
some musicians,
for
I know
performing, is that only way, or we could find a better way? Or
they do something else, you know. They sell food, you know. They just do something else.
In Japan, there's a lot of like street performers that we call it what busking performer, right? Actually, they don't really perform other people's songs. They perform their own songs. That's the Japanese culture on the street performers. So, could we say that musicians in Malaysia, I can't say for other country, they are too rely on the society. What the society could give instead of they create something for themselves. Could I say that?
I think it's easy to say, but how can you do it? You know.
Maybe
Where does the money come from?
For example, okay, if I'm a composer, then I wrote a song. I have a band or I have what? Then I say, hey, Jimmy, could you please come and perform for us? Then we form a band, something like that. I don't know. Then we find a place to perform, and it's not really a concert. Maybe it's like a straight performance that maybe busking or what to let other people know. I don't know. I mean, I just ask.
John?
I just ask. It's not a solution. I mean, I just ask. I mean, what's your thought of it? I mean, to these questions.
Sorry, the question again is what's the question?
I mean, how we could rebate to the society with our knowledge and what's the phenomenon of this during the MCO? I mean, what the musicians should do and what's our situation in actually that most people that don't really know what's our situation in actually.
I mean, I guess because as musicians we go our whole life learning a particular skill set.
That's
right.
Well,
we work so
kind
hard
of
to
things.
play drums, guitar, piano properly. It doesn't really leave a lot of room for to develop other skills. So it's, I mean, I don't know what you can do. Like Nikong said, you know, do other things which nobody likes to do. But I guess you have to. If you got savings, that's great. You know, some guys I know has invested, but otherwise, I understand why the government doesn't allow music. But at the same time, I always wondered if they allow pubs to open, which they do allow.
At least a strict SOP to that, right?
There is strict SOPs, but what's the difference when there's a ban? Because
everybody's still gathering, drinking together, right?
Pre-COVID, it's not like if there's a band playing, it's gonna be sold out. No, it's it's like it's not even full.
That's
sometimes.
what my question,
So,
nowadays that as we could see, that pub are still operating, and everybody is actually still sitting on the same table with the same distance, and that's just without any real band. Of course, that's one of two places that they do have band, but it's actually not allowed, right? Yeah. So how could we make this? Put our risk on this kind of situation? Yeah, we couldn't make it, right? That's 10,000 fine, right? I mean, yeah, 10,000 fine. So, have you ever think about create your own channel or what to build something online? That's what's reason everybody's talking about online business, right? Fendi.
What do you guys think about online busking? Are you guys encourage them to do that?
I hate to be negative, but
Yeah.
did you notice when the MCO first happened, everyone started doing online streaming shows and asking for donations?
Yes.
Everyone stopped doing it because you don't get enough money. It's literally, it doesn't work. People don't. I mean, if you go busking and put a thing there, it's never going to be enough. You know, and I'm not saying people don't. I mean, why should they? Why should they watch? I mean, with all respect, I mean, any of us local musicians on TV and Facebook, and then have to pay for it when they can watch YouTube with like the greatest musicians in the world. I think it's never going to be a substitute.
Yeah. They have a practice here, Tomorrowland, when a DJ or jam from the whole world, they start practicing Tomorrowland online, which you can buy tickets and the view. The different from the tickets you pay is from the view from your computer. Do they work in Malaysia for busking band? No?
I mean, I don't think so. Like, just say...
Life is life, right?
Just say the three of us going to put a performance online. Like, just this... If people had to pay, like, just say $30 to watch it, I'm sure the viewership will be cut by half, at least by half. And, the other things people say, like, oh, why don't you put online content out?
Yes.
And then you can earn money. But you're not going to be able to monetize it by the time COVID's over. This takes like some time to do it.
Okay, three of you, I understand in sync, the answer is in sync, but what next to Malaysia entertainment industry? What next?
That's not only limit to Malaysia.
Yeah.
It's actually affected to other countries too.
What you guys hope next?
Next,
Finger crossed.
what you guys
What
hope
next?
next? Just hope. What you guys know, accept MCO, no more MCO, no more virus. I mean, with the virus, we goes along with the virus cases, but what can we do for that? That's
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think playing for other artists, I think the silver lining is that if enough people get vaccinated and this whole thing eventually, it's not going to last forever. It feels like it's lasting forever, but it won't last forever. And I think all of the audiences who used to go to see concerts up until 2 years ago, they will still be desperate to go and see concerts, more so. And even all the artists will be desperate to play again. If you talk about concert scene, like the big scene, backing up the kind of artists that we back up, because they will all be, I mean, some of them will need the money because everyone thinks rich millionaire musicians don't need the money, but they also generally have quite expensive lives. So they can't also go from, I think touring is really it's the way that most artists all over the world make money now, because they don't make money from royalties anymore, because they don't sell any albums.
Yeah.
So I think hopefully, in a positive sense, that people will be very happy and will be very enthusiastic to go and see shows coming out of it. And even live music. Some of the venues we play in KL, the guys told us, look, since we stopped having live music, our takings are down. But even though they're allowed to have people back in, but it's nowhere near as much as it was when the bands used to play. But there are probably other venues that, like some of these bars, where now they can have people back and they realize they're okay without live music. So if you're a pub owner, why would you have a band if you're already doing okay? So hopefully there's more of the venues that have noticed that the audience really does miss live music. So I think people still miss live music. They miss seeing a band live.
Same.
And it's not the same. I think this thing about online, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm ignorant with technology, but I think it's not the same. It's never, ever going to be the same.
No.
Because it's not the same as going to a concert or going to a club even. I'm sure we all remember sitting in clubs, watching musicians like face to face.
Yeah.
And it's not the same as watching things on
of course,
computer
exactly.
screen.
Exactly.
It's not.
What will you think, Timothy?
He has no mic.
You could represent Zack Butterfly, our band, to say something.
No, I'm not there to represent Jack Butterfly. Wow.
Say something.
I actually have the same thought as Jamie lah, but
But you are teaching bass now, and I heard that you have only 4 or 5 students, right? Only. Only.
Yeah.
How much you earn a month?
So bad.
yeah lah, cannot tell lah,
Cannot tell.
No, how much? I mean, 1
I
month,
can
4
say
students, right? How much you earn
less
that?
than
How much?
500.
Less than 500.
Yeah.
Less than 500.
And then of course, not many people would like to learn bass. Some of them don't. Most of them don't even know what the bass is actually. They'll be like, oh, it's just a guitar or it's a 4-string ukulele.
Okay, that's the point. You know why not much people that want to learn bass, or they really know what is bass. A lot of people that don't know what is bass,
Yeah.
They are, hey, is that a guitar that's just bigger, or
Yes, there's one time.
So it's kind of education that we talk about. Actually, we have to do something, I think. We have to do something that could react to the society, that let more people know what is music, what instrument is that. What could we do, actually?
For my personal view, I think this pandemic is a punishment for those who don't enjoy live music, who don't even want to buy a tickets to a live concert. This is a punishment for you. It's very different from a live concert when you can see live and watching a concert through a phone. So this one mentioning on the comment there, which is right. So this is punishment. Just treasure what you have now. The band, the singers. I think the singer must do something like cutting down their payment. 收平啲啦，冇收咁貴啦，係咪？ To encourage bands come back to the scene, like maybe cinema can do something. You can watch the live concert in the cinema live, but by doing proper SOP lah, like that lah. For me, music never dies lah. I really hope live music can come back as soon as possible. So, we should have lots of talented musicians around the world who are dying for live music.
Actually, I think it's only Malaysia because Hong Kong, Taiwan, and some parts of China, they already start all this concert and touring in full force.
Yes.
Yeah, not like with SOP and things like that. So hopefully Malaysia will be next to open up and all this.
Okay, we bless for it.
Yeah.
We hope that everything will be fine in future.
Finger crossed.
And music never dies. And please respect musicians.
Please.
We are the one who provide something invisibly, right? So we do something, we perform something at the back to the stars, for the star that you might know. But I'm sure that you don't really fucking know who is on the back of the star.
Yep.
And here are some of them. And there's still a lot of great players, great performers out there that still need you to discover who are they. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you guys for staying with us. Come on, Zach.
you. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, we just finished our Facetalk show. Yeah, I'd like to thank Andy for having us and the guys. Nice to hang out and talk about music and hopefully share some things that might be useful to some people if they're watching. And jamming a bit, you know. Jamming is always like that, sometimes good, sometimes not good. Doesn't really matter, it's just for fun and, you know, experimenting. When you sit at home watching, you probably think it's a bit crazy sometimes, but that's how it is, you know, it's not a concert, it's just a bunch of guys sitting around playing, sometimes right notes, sometimes wrong notes, but that's the magic of it, that's the fun of music. Hopefully we were able to make sense when we spoke about some of the issues going on in music today. Always good to play with Nikon, my man over there, and John, drummer, who was very good, very well behaved, because he's so complicated sometimes, we all get lost, but he was very good today. And yeah, just good luck to everyone out there watching, musicians, keep playing, even though it's a really weird time to be a musician right now. Don't give up, and hopefully we see everyone back on stages around KL and around the world again soon. So,
各位觀眾，你哋好，我係 Nikon。咁呢，我正話就個2個小時，應該2個半小時係嘛？我哋2個半小時咧真係好 enjoy 啦，因為我同應該係亞洲嘅2位最 top 嘅 musician 經常我哋有合作。咁都有做演唱會啦，咁 jamming 就少啦，jamming 就係真係 sound check 嗰陣好短嘅幾分鐘就係咁啦。咁今次咧好過癮嘅係因為就係Andy 啦，正面交鋒就 organize 咗呢個sort of like play and talk，so 我哋都冇諗咁多啊，之前又唔知要play 乜嘢 song 啊咩，我哋就冇啦，就當 jamming 咁啦。咁我覺得呢個 session 咧，除開我哋 jamming 自己爽之外，咁我覺得都係俾啲觀眾知道原來你巨星嘅後邊嗰個 band 個 musician 係有幾重要啦。比如講 Jamie 啊、阿 John 啦，佢哋真係好多人。除開musician 之外，同埋真係有注意後邊嘅 musician， 好多聽眾佢哋真係唔知後邊做音樂嘅人到底係邊個。咁我覺得經過through this show 啦，希望係多啲觀眾可以認識到正式呢啲巨星背後嘅即是好有功勞嘅 musicians。係到底邊位咯？咁呢一個 show 都係都會 encourage 好多 youngsters inspired musicians to 知道有啲in depth 嘅嘢啦，即係比較你自己要做 musician 之前需要具備咩條件啊？咁我哋分享嘅一啲心得咧，希望可以幫助到你哋啦。All right.
Hey guys, John here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks Andy and the whole team for having us. It's like Jamie said and Nikon said, it's always great playing with these two guys. Definitely don't get to do it enough these past 2 years. So yeah, it was nice to talk about music. Hope you guys can take something from it. And yeah, thanks for having us.
Hello， 大家好，想同大家講聲咧，你哋 subscribe 咗我哋嘅 YouTube channel 未咧？正面交鋒嗰隻喎。如果未 subscribe 嘅朋友咧，記得去到 YouTube 撳 search 之後打正面交鋒就要揾到我哋噶啦。記得睇到之後 subscribe 同埋打開個 long 喎。我啱就沖完涼出嚟啦。OK， 唔同你哋講住先，吹頭。